morning, guys, and we are back. So today is New Year's Eve. Today I'm going to be taking down my decorations and I'm going to be sharing with you my New Year's resolution goals for 2023. I thought that would be a great way to start the new year off on YouTube. If you are new here, hi, my name's Donna. This is my Wonderland, and on this channel we do home crafting, needlecraft mainly, decluttering and home fragrance. So if any of those interest you, please do think about hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified when I next upload. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. So it is an absolutely mizog of a day. That's what my mum used to say, mizog. But it is pretty gloomy out there, so the lighting isn't the best, so I'm probably going to have to turn on all of the lights, which is just going to send the electric bill through the roof, and we all know how that goes. However, I need a cup of tea before I start. It's technically not morning. I think it's already like 12 or something. It's 1. So please tell me if you are one of these people that in between Christmas and New Year, you have no idea what time it is, what day it is, you just don't know what's going on. My other half works in education. My daughter works for a company that closes down between Christmas and New Year. I work for myself, so we've got absolutely no clue. Bedtimes have got later and later, getting up has got later and later, and we have all got to get ourselves back on track for Tuesday. So we don't know how that's going to go. So I am going to start putting away the Christmas tree. I know there's like the 10-day rule, 12 days of Christmas that you're supposed to leave it up for, but I like to start a new year on a clean slate. I've already taken down the Christmas cards. I think I took something else down as well, but I can't. I've got all Christmas presents put away. But I just thought, I'm not going to really have time going back into the new year because obviously I had COVID before Christmas, so that put me behind on work and things like that, and then Christmas and everything else. I'm just not going to have time to take this down at any point in the next couple of weeks, so I would just rather do it today on New Year's Eve and start crisp and fresh tomorrow morning. So I'm going to do that with you, but first I need to make a cup of tea, so let's do that. So as I turn on all of the lights to try and get some brightness in here, cup of tea. I am currently in my Christmas pajamas. These have not been worn since Christmas. My mum got them for me for Christmas. I've got one of my Sensi t-shirts on, but I've got my Christmas pajama bottoms on because I got them yesterday and they are so fluffy, fleecy and warm, and I just thought today is going to be a cleaning day, so I might as well just not bother getting dressed really. So that is what I'm wearing. I thought we would sit down and I would just go over the categories of goals that I have got in my book before we start putting Christmas away, which is sad because I like the lights. If I could just keep the lights and put all the rest away, I would. I mean, it is tempting to keep these ones. It is tempting. So the sound might be a little off, guys, because I've not plugged my microphone in because I'm going to be moving around and doing a bit of a vloggy day with you. It's not going to work if I plug my microphone in because I'm going to be pulling my phone over and goodness knows what else. So sound not going to be great today. However, let's have a look. So the goal categories that we're going to be covering today are my business goals. So for those of you who don't know, I work for myself, so I have some business goals, financial goals, and then my personal goals. So that is what we are going to be working on. I would love to know your goals for 2023. Do you do resolutions? Do you do goals? How do you set yourself up for success in the new year, or do you just see it as another day and you have a different day? I know some people that use their birthdays because that is the start of your new year, as it were. my birthday is right in the middle of the year, exactly 6 months from Christmas Day. Well, Boxing Day, 6 months from Boxing Day. So I have a nice midway point, so I can do new goals in January for the new year, and then I can also do new goals for my birthday and things like that if I want to have it's a good point to readjust. So I am going to go and get the boxes so that we can get Christmas down, and then I will go through a couple of my goals in each category before we get going. Okay, so you might be wondering about pigtails. I actually used to wear my hair in plaits a lot, French braids, all the way down when I had my really long hair, and it needs washing. It needs washing. My hair always needs washing. And I was watching a video this morning that said about the tight buns, that you should only wear them sort of once a week because of the breakage it can cause and things like that, receding hairlines and whatnot. And it's true. I had a friend who used to wear their hair straight back in a ponytail all the time, and it definitely caused that. And because I suffer with alopecia areata anyway, I didn't want to do anything more to increase that risk, as it were. So I decided to put plaits in today because it's a bit looser. It's not tight, it's just grease that's holding it down so slickly. But it does need washing, but I don't know. Hair goals for the new year for sure. So before I start to dismantle the Christmas tree, I thought I would go over a couple of goals in separate areas. So in my business, I want to firm up 4 solid income streams this year. So I have started with a couple, got a few different revenues there, but I want them to be solid. I want them to be bringing in regular money. For me, I'm not somebody who wants to put all their eggs in one basket. I saw how the pandemic affected a lot of people who were only making income in one way. And I think it's really important that we diversify. So for me, it's a very big one to start with, given that my channel is much more lighthearted than that. But yeah, I want 4 solid income streams this year. The second goal is I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and help me get there. So that's by the end of the year, I'd like to reach that. And then financial goals. So my first one is to be able to generate a salary. So for those of you who've never started a business before, often you will find that the first couple of years that you are not making any money, perhaps losing money, and then you start to make your money. Well, I have been in business since 2020. However, the pandemic meant that the income was less than desirable. So I would like to be able to generate some sort of salary for myself this year, whether it's, a couple £100 a month, whatever it is. I just want to be able to generate a consistent salary for myself. And then my second financial goal is to create a 1k emergency fund. So I would like a much bigger emergency fund, but if I can have £1,000 that's in an account that just doesn't get touched by the end of the year, that would be fantastic. And then on my personal goals, I would like to read 5 physical books. So me and my daughter have this conversation all the time. She is a complete bookworm. I brought her up to be that way, and luckily I think it's something that's sort of naturally built into her as well. That there is a big difference between people who read books and people who buy books. And I got her a bookmark this year that said, I have no shelf control, because she can literally spend hours in Waterstones and buy loads of books, and then they sit on a shelf and she doesn't read them. I have the same issue. I've got a lot of books behind me that I haven't actually read. I've bought them to read and I haven't read them. So I would like to get 5 physical books read this year. And on the same book vein, I would like to listen to 12 Audible books, because I get Audible and I do listen to my books, but I have got maybe 4 or 5 credits available at the moment, which means that my book listening really dropped off. It really dropped off over the pandemic, because I would usually listen on my way to work and on the way back, and obviously stopped doing that. So it really dropped my book consumption down. So that is 2 of those. And a third one, just because they're both book ones, is that I want to focus on my sugar habit. So I have just read a book called The Glucose Revolution. I'll link it below. And it kind of open my eyes to a few things that I might be able to do to adjust. I've been on a health journey now, and maybe I'll talk about that in a video if you're interested. I've been on a health journey for around 18 months to 2 years now. It has been, initially it was about losing weight, and now it's become more of a looking after my body in the best way possible, to make it last as long as possible. So sugar is something I know isn't great for us. Reading that book, or listening to that book, should I say, gave me some ideas of things that I can do to my diet to help possibly make things better. So I am going to be focusing on that. So that is it for now. I will jump into some more goals in a moment. I am going to take down the tree. Come join me. So I am almost finished with my decluttering, or light. There we go. But look. I don't think I can put her in the loft. Any box is home for her. So now I am trying to, trees down, obviously, trying to get the other bits. You know, the bits that you always, how often do you leave something out that was meant for the loft as a Christmas decoration? Because last year I found my doorstop Santa, a cushion, a candle holder. I can't remember what else. I think that might have been it. But they were all supposed to be up in the loft and they weren't. So I'm now going to go around and see what I can find to add to the decorations. But I won't share that bit with you. I will be back in a second for you to go over some more of my goals. Let's go. Okay, so next up on the goals for 2023, I am business goals, going to launch a course. I will probably tell you more about that at a later time. This is to do with my business, so it's not really relevant to the YouTube channel, but I will let you guys know when that comes around. And I have a podcast. If you don't know, I run a podcast called The Wedding Procast UK. It's for professionals in the wedding industry. So I want to increase the listenership of that. So if you know any wedding vendors, send them over to their podcasting platform of choice to search up The Wedding Procast UK. Financial goals, I want to add to my savings, and I want to be in the black at the end of the year, well into the black. We've had some dodgy times this year where it's dipped into the red, come back, dipped into the red. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be fully secure in the black by the end of the year. So those are financial goals. Then onto my personal goals. I want to try and walk for 10 minutes after every meal. So that's going to be a challenge for me, because although I like to go for a walk, I get bored of being in the same place. I feel like it's a waste of my time, like I could be doing something else. But it is a way of getting 2 goals done with one, because if I go for a walk, I can listen to a podcast, or I can listen to an Audible book for 10 minutes. So that is my plan, is to try and do that. And exercise 3 times a week. So at the moment I do piloxing on a Monday, I do mat Pilates on a Tuesday, and I do piloxing on a Wednesday. So I do have my 3. I want to keep consistent with them, and then I want to try and add something else in. So that is it for my business and my financial goals, but I've got a few more personal ones, so I will let you know those when I have finished the de-Christmasing. Okay guys, Christmas has gone and this corner is back. So I had the puff in front of here, so this seems like a really big empty space now. That's not a bad thing. I'll actually normally put the chair on the end here, this one, in that corner so that it's not blocking the walkway so much. Still have my Christmas warmers up. I think I said earlier I'm going to do a separate video where I put those back and get the regular ones out, and I will show you my collection of warmers, what I have on a day-by-day basis out. But that is it. I remembered to go and get the wreaths. I'll insert a picture here of the door wreath. I mean, it's got my arm in the way, but I was pretty impressed with how well that held up. Now, I can't remember what date. I'd have to go back and look at the Vlogmas video to see what date I made it. But the leaves had started to curl. I think it would have lasted a little longer. I mean, I could have left it up, couldn't I, and seen how long it actually lasted and looked good. But for the time that it was up, it did look good. So I've taken that down, taken my ornaments off, put the tree bit into the brown bin, recycling garden waste. So that's cool because that's biodegradable, isn't it? So that was good use of my time. I've taken down the one in the porch that had the lights on. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think bar my warmers, I've taken everything down that was Christmas and put it in the bags ready to go back up in the loft. If I haven't missed anything, it'll be a miracle. But I don't think I have. Wonderful. So that is Christmas done. The only other thing that I have got to do is to change my chalkboard to a Happy New Year, but I will do that in another video so I can let you guys see what I decide to do with the design of that. So the final few personal goals that I have got is want to get back to dancing. So if you haven't heard me talk about it before, I dance salsa and bachata and I love it, but since we went into lockdown #1, we haven't really got back into the routine of it. So I want to create some kind of routine so that we're going more regularly this year because I miss it, and it is a great way to exercise without knowing you're exercising, which is awesome. So that will add to the fitness side of things as well. I would like to go abroad this year. We haven't been abroad since pre-COVID, and that has been something that we've wanted to do, but we were still a bit unsure with flights and everything, and we have some opportunities to do that this year, so I'm hoping that we can do that. And then I want to go on a UK break and a couple of weekends away as well. So that all lends into the financial goals being hit as well, so it kind of works together there. But those are my goals for 2023. I'm sure there'll be other things that come up, like I really want to secure my evening and morning routine and get that back to some sort of regular system so that I'm being able to be more productive with my days. And also I want to claw back a couple of hours extra of actual work time, which I find difficult because my classes, my exercise classes, the two that I do on Monday and Tuesday, hiccups, they start at 9:15 and end at 10:15. So it's kind of mid-morning almost. So if I don't sort of get up, get ready and do work before it, I kind of feel like I've lost a bit of work time there. So need to work that out. But other than that, those are my goals for 2023. So let me know your 2023 goals, resolutions, whatever you want to call them, whatever they are for 2023. Let me know below. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can join me on my regular videos. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. I wish a happy, healthy, wealthy new year to you and yours. I hope you have a wonderful 2023. If 2022 wasn't great, then I hope
hope that 2023 absolutely makes up for it. And I am going to see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.